in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone, and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Cousins, and Davis with it left side. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go!
Cousins now on 2nd down. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 41 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you started on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Let's go! Dagger! Dagger!
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And for Adrian Peterson, the Vikings have yet to put him out there in the preseason, but that's not banner news. He hasn't recorded a stat in the last 5 preseasons.
And why should he? He's proven what he does in the regular season works just fine. They don't need him to have that type of a preseason. All he's going to work on, ball security drills off on the side. Don't worry about playing him during the games.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he's able to find Diggs. Now, Charles Diggs looked pretty good week 3 of the preseason. All 5 targets that came his way, he caught him for 71 yards.
He was known as a steal last year because they got him later in the draft. Now he's just one of their better players. He may be the #1 receiver. Depends on how Laquan Treadwell comes along, but it doesn't really matter for them. A big-time target for Teddy Bridgewater, and that'll take the pressure off the running game for Adrian Peterson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be first down Vikings.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go! 180! 2-jet! 2-jet! Force! Get ready! White 9 2-jet! 2-jet!
2nd down, Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
first down. Here's a run with Peterson. Touchdown, Vikings! Adrian Peterson, 32 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they got 29 yards there, and it'll be first down Redskins. They come out with one back and three tight ends. To throw, Cousins. Caught right side, Davis. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. First down, here's Cousins. Hall bringing it in. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
No. Check. Patriot.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, it's Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Niles Paul taking it in. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
On third down, Bridgewater. And here's the first NFL catch for Laquan Treadwell. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Bridgewater to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Again, it's Jones. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power, and we just saw it on that play.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. One man in the backfield. That's Jones. A play fake to Jones. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Following the interception, Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing, Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Touchdown, Washington! Jordan Reed, 65 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Stays on his feet. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 23 yards on the play. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. The left side caught by Diggs. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And tough starting field position here.
Now let's go. No, check.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Tackle made by Perry Riley.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On second down, Peterson. And he's brought down. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So second and medium, second and 5 now. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would pick.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, 50 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
All right, Charles, let's switch gears to preseason injuries. Always a hot topic. Look at the Chargers. 2 Achilles injuries out for the season, both their tight end Jeff Cumberland and Brandon Oliver as well.
2 key players for them. And Brandon Oliver, I mean, he's a little rock when he runs the football. And they're going to miss him both running it and in special teams. And don't forget Benjamin Watson, who went to the Ravens this year. One of the better pickups for them. He's out for the season after an Achilles. I'm not a doctor. I can't play one, but I have heard doctors say the guys are getting bigger, stronger, faster. The Achilles is really bearing up some pressure now.
Just need you to be careful on the Stepmaster at the hotel, okay? We don't need you going down with an Achilles injury.
I agree totally. I'll do my best. Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show us.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Fourth. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's go. You ready? Wait, 90.
Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Laquan Treadwell from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll go again to Jones. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. A first down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it with Jones. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this is caught by Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Cousins now to throw him. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Cousins now on 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the 1st round. And people wondered, why would you take a 2nd rookie quarterback? Well, it's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play, and now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go. Detroit. Detroit.
2nd down, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Niles Paul, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come up in an offset eye. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
He's back to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 13 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they're going to speed things up here. He'll look to throw. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Get ready. Wide in. Fourth.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And if you lose this one, in the way that they did with all these points, the offense probably goes in the film room and said, hey, coach, don't point at us. The defense, they're the ones that need the help.
Yeah, the offense went into the film room with kind of grins on their faces because they're going to get a lot of check marks and attaboys. The defensive team, they shuffled into the film room. Not a fun day for them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.